debate on a weekly basis, and that is the continued detention of former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai as legal proceedings by the ICPC, DSS and other agencies of government continue in different courts between Kaduna and Abuja. His family and the African Democratic Congress are alleging political persecution. This has become the common theme since his detention back in February this year. Now, the ICPC says El-Rufai has breached the conditions guarding his access to medical attention while in custody. His family, however, says the bail condition granted by the courts are too stringent. We will speak, of course, to someone who understands what is playing out, an ally of the former governor, of retired broadcaster Malam Barde Muhammad, on these issues and what it says about the ongoing case, the legal trial that the former Kaduna State Governor is facing, and of course ADC Chieftain. Malam Barde Muhammad, it's good to see you this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
Right. Why is this conversation important? I mean, you get the sense that you're talking about a high-profile politician in the person of Malam Nasir El-Rufai. But what is peculiar about his case, in your view?
Very simple. Nasir El-Rufai had become larger than life. The government, or I say the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, is scared of Nasir. Very, very scared of him. People in government are scared of Nasir. But Nasir is harmless. He is a politician that has grown over the years. He has become an enigma to APC. He has become an enigma to the presidency. They don't want to see him. They don't want him to be free. That's why they are keeping him there. People that politicians who were governors before have committed more criminal acts, have stolen more money than what they are accusing Nasru of. And they are free. They are moving around. Some of them are even campaigning for the president to have his second term. I believe that Nasru is incarceration because the president and all the people of the APC are scared of him.
So what do you say to people who say, but that argument doesn't hold water because you still have people like Peter Obi in the opposition, you have people like Atiku Abubakar in opposition. Why are they not in court? Why are they not facing this legal battle? That the only explanation is that Malam Nasir El-Rufai found himself in this peculiar situation because of what he said or because of what he, quote unquote, had done.
Well, he was a governor, and then the Kaduna State government alleged that he has committed some infractions while he was in government. Who made the allegation? His boy, Obasani. Obasani doesn't want Nasru around because he's scared that Nasru is going. Nasru was the man that facilitated Obasani to be in government, to be a governor. Nasru was the person that facilitated Bola Tinubu to even be a candidate of APC, much less to become a president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Are you saying they owe him some kind of gratitude?
Of course, Bola Tinubu owes Nasir El-Rufai gratitude. Obasani owes Nasir El-Rufai gratitude. If they decided not to be grateful for what he has done to them, that is up to them. But the issue is very clear. Nasir El-Rufai did whatever he could do at that time to get power transmitted. When Buhari finished, there were a lot of talks. Nobody wanted to allow Tinubu to come and become a candidate. Nasru single-handedly persuaded the governors in the north, about 14 of them, to agree that there must be power shift to the south. And Nasru was convinced by very important intellectuals from the southwest to help Tinubu to be a candidate. Nasiru before didn't want a Tinubu. They were not in the best of terms, but they had to come and reconcile them. They reconciled the two of them, and Nasiru single-handedly made sure that he convinced everybody in the north that power should be shifted to the south and that Tinubu is the man to back. And he backed him. And he did everything he could to make Tinubu become the candidate of the APC.
I mean, it's one of the biggest fallouts of the past 2 to 3 years of the Tinubu administration as well as of the Obasanjo administration, because like you said, he championed Obasanjo, he championed Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We saw what happened with the ministerial confirmation process that didn't go according to plan, or that some would say went according to plan, because the plan was never to allow him to get into the Federal Executive Council. But you hear one of his wives make the same plea, make the connection between the campaigns and where the president is now, calling for him to show some kind of leniency and compassion towards the plight of the family and to Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Is the argument then to tamper justice with mercy and allow Malam to walk free? Or are you basically saying that this is outright persecution and there is no room for some kind of political compromise on the part of the ruling government?
You see, it's rather sad and unfortunate that things happen like that in this country. Nigeria is a peculiar country more than any other country in the world. Our leaders believe that they are larger than life, that they can do and undo. But what we want to tell them is that they have to know that whatever has a beginning will have an end. Today is Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is the president of Nigeria. Very soon, he will not be the president of Nigeria. Somebody else will be. What goes round comes around. One day or the other, it will be the same Bola Tinubu that will be held by somebody else to answer for what he did while in power. And then people will start saying, why? Why? We are not saying that if Nasiru has a case to answer, he cannot be allowed to answer. Nasiru,
but isn't that what is playing out right now?
Nasiru is more than capable. Why are they making it impossible for him to even have
Are you saying someone in the presidency or the president directly is calling the shots regarding the trial of Malam Nasir El-Rufai?
Even if it is not the president is aware and people are doing this on his behalf. People are doing it.
So you don't think what is happening to him is fair in any way, shape or form?
Why should it be fair? How can you allow a Yahya Bello to be moving around and even get a ticket to become a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and then incarcerate Nasir El-Rufai? How do you allow an Okowa with the kind of money that they claimed, ICPC claimed that he has stolen, is still in the APC looking for a ticket to be a senator? And when Nasir El-Rufai, who is not even looking to be a senator, is incarcerated, and they went and gave an impossible bail conditions so that he will not be able to fulfill.
You think the judiciary has been bought or is being compromised?
The judiciary has been compromised. What that one is a clear case. It's compromised. The governor of Kaduna State has done so many things to compromise the judiciary in Kaduna, that is the High Court in Kaduna where Nasiru is attending case. One, they insisted that Nasiru must have to get a first-class traditional ruler in Kaduna to go and sign for his bail application. And what happened? We have heard, and we believe so, that the governor of Kaduna, who is Nasir El-Rufai's boy, that is Obasanjo.
Why do you keep saying boy? I mean,
it
is my understanding that
Obasanjo himself has said he's not Nasiru's friend. That Nasiru is his boss. Nasiru is his mentor. Nasiru is the person that made him.
But he's the governor today, and if you call the governor a boy, that is not respectful. Many would agree.
Ubasani is Nasiru's boy. Whatever he
Who happens to be the governor?
Whatever he happens to be, whatever he is Nasiru's boy. Nasiru brought him up. Nasiru made him what he is. Without Nasiru, Ubasani would not be where he is today. But Ubasani is doing everything he could to make sure that Nasiru stays in detention.
So is there evidence to show that first-class chiefs in Kaduna State have been warned or threatened to not allow themselves to be sureties in fulfilling the bail condition?
We have spoken to some of them who told us clearly that they have been warned by the governor to stay away from this case. How can a governor go and tell first-class traditional rulers in Kaduna not to be part of Nasiru's case, when part of the bail condition was that he must get a traditional ruler from Kaduna State to do? Then where will he get it? Is he going to bring one from above, from the moon? Is it not the same people? And
he's also filed a case against the judge to recuse himself because he doesn't believe.
And he refused to recuse himself.
Right. And talk to me about that, because clearly there's this position that the defense is taking where they can't get justice from the system as it is.
As long as that judge is the person that is going to preside over Nasiru's case, Nasiru will never have justice.
Do they have some history?
Which history of what?
In the past?
No, I mean, people have been compromised by government, both state and federal government.
But what are the chances that the next judge could suffer the same accusation from the defense he has been?
We believe that this judge, because he has already played his card, he has already shown what he is, he has already shown the type of person he is. Compromised judge. A compromised judge is a judge that will send you to hell because of whatever it is that has compromised him. We believe that as long as that judge of the Kaduna State High Court is going to be the person that will preside over Nasiru's case, Nasiru will never have justice. And justice is supposed to be his own. I mean, you can convict him if you find him guilty of what you are accusing him of, but you have not even tried him. The bias of the judge has already shown itself, even in the bail conditions that he gave to Nasiru.
And some have used this as an example to say that Malam Nasir El-Rufai's political currency has nosedived since this trial began in February this year, that he's slowly but surely losing political relevance. Even in Kaduna State, he's...
That is what they are talking about. That is what they are saying. APC, federal government, Kaduna State government, they are agents, they are hangers on. This is what they are saying. They don't know. If they are not scared of him, allow him out. Why are they keeping him in detention? Why are they keeping him under lock and key? Why are they refusing even his doctor to see him?
They say he violated, as we said in the opening, his privileges.
Look,
refusing to go to the...
If I know Nasiru El-Rufai, I am in an ADC. If I go to a hospital that Nasiru has gone to attend to see a medical doctor, and by chance I meet him, you mean I shouldn't talk to him? If I talk to him, then it means me and him have gone to a public place, a radio house, a hospital to do political meetings.
The ICPC says, listen, he was supposed to go to them for a court appearance and he refused to do so. He's not being cooperative. And using this medical
he has gone to
visitation as an avenue to disregard.
Who brought him back to this country? Did they brought him to this country? He brought himself back. And they said they wanted to see him. Who took him to ICPC? He took himself there. EFCC, he took himself there. So what is the big deal about going there? They wanted him, they invited him, and he was there. He answered their invitation because he has nothing to hide. He is ready to be tried. He is ready to go to court. He is ready to face any prosecution as long as it is fair and just.
And talking about the politics of 2027, and I did ask the question about how relevant he is in the grand scheme of things, especially behind bars, right? Is he still the political leader of the ADC in Kaduna State?
He is not
Behind
only
bars?
the political leader of the ADC in Kaduna, political leader of the ADC in Northwest.
Behind bars?
He could be. Why are they scared of him?
How effective is he as a leader?
No,
from
that's
incarceration.
He has not been meeting. He has not been meeting with anybody. He has not been doing things politically that he should normally have done if he were free, because he's behind bars. But Nasiru is still influential. Nasiru is still strong. He is a politician of repute. Nasiru is one person that they are all scared of. Obasanjo is scared of him. Bola Tinubu is scared of him. And all their hangers-on are scared of Nasiru. If they are not scared of him, allow him out.
And talk to me about the primaries, because the argument is that due to his incarceration, he hasn't had a lot of influence on how the primaries went, who emerged as flag bearers, not just in Kaduna, but some of his allies across the north, for instance, or the northwest, have not been able to secure their tickets, which is another indicator that he's not the man calling the shots for the ADC, because he's basically not on ground to fight the fight.
The truth is simple. Nasiru has been incarcerated for more than 120 days now. When all the activities of ADC were happening, he was nowhere around. He could not even see his family, talk less of his political associates. So how could he influence anything? There is no way he could influence anything. But if they think Nasiru is nothing, or they think Nasiru cannot influence anything, allow him out. As simple as that. Allow him out. Give him bail. Don't incarcerate him. Don't make him to be under lock and key, where he cannot meet anybody.
There's a very big question about breach of national security or alleged cyber crime that has been committed here. I mean, we're not talking about some low-level crime here. When you talk about tapping the phones of the National Security Advisor, that is...
Nasiru did not say that he tapped the phone of National Security Advisor.
I mean, that's the...
He said some people had and told him. That's what he said.
I mean, we all remember what he said.
That is what he said. He said that he had, which means somebody else had it and they told him. His crime is saying that he had. He didn't say he tapped. How can Nasiru, is he a technician? Is he an engineer? Where would he get the equipment to tap the telephone lines of the National Security Advisor? National Security Advisor's telephone are beyond normal, ordinary person tapping it, because they are telephones that are with high tech, because of the kind of person he is. So Nasiru never said he himself had tapped the telephone of the National Security Advisor. He said somebody had the National Security Advisor talking on telephone and told him his crime is that he said it. If he hadn't said it, that would not have arisen.
And from the ADC's point of view, a lot of press releases, a lot of commentary about the treatment meted out on Malam Nasir Rufai. Do you think he has the support of the party in applying the necessary pressures in making the
100% ADC is behind Malam Nasir Rufai. We are all behind him. We will all stay with him. we will do whatever it takes, necessary and lawfully, to get Ahmed El-Rufai out of the detention of Tinubu. Tinubu is the person detaining him. They are detaining him because they are scared of him. If they are not scared of him, allow him out.
So going by your assessment, there's a very good chance that he may not be out before the elections.
Why should they hold him up to the time of the election? Why?
I mean, you say they're scared of him. So if we're going to go by that logic, then it means that it makes no sense for him to be released before the elections.
Why shouldn't they release him before the election?
You hope to see him out before the elections?
He has to be out. What has he done?
I mean, he has not met the bail conditions.
Because they put impossible bail conditions for him to fulfill. It is impossible. Why all these criminals that are moving around, and alleged criminals that are moving around?
I mean, alleged.
Why all these alleged criminals that are moving around and getting APC tickets?
It's fair to call, because you're not a criminal if there's still an allegation. You have to be convicted.
Why are they not in court? Why is Yahya Bello not in court? Why did they give him bail? And up to now he has gone. He has even gotten a ticket to be a senator.
I mean, isn't that the law? You're innocent until you're proven guilty.
Why don't they take him to court? Why don't they take him to court? Why do they give him bail and then he's out and then that's the end of it?
Some would point at people like Abubakar Malami, the former Attorney General, and say, well, there's an ADC person who was also prosecuted and he's been out on bail ever since, and he's also gotten a ticket. So how about that?
Listen, the issue is very clear. If they don't want you out, they have a way of making you out. They have a way of compromising the judges that they will take you before them, so that they will make sure that you are never allowed out. Nasiru El-Rufai has done nothing. If they think he has done something, prosecute him. He is there. But give him bail, for God's sake. Why should they not give him bail?
The bail conditions have already been given.
They have given him impossible bail conditions. Why are they giving some people, why are they tapping some people at their back and saying you're a good boy because you are in APC? Go. This one, because he has left APC, he's not. He's in ADC. And therefore he becomes a problem. Why?
All right. Finally, before we go, how big of a loss is this, or has this been for the ADC? Because he's been seen as one of the key figures for the ADC since he joined the coalition movement, and some would even argue that he's a big part of their winning strategy. How much of a loss has he been so far to the ADC in terms of strategizing, in terms of planning, and going into the elections or going into the campaign seasons without arguably one of their best surrogates out there, who is not on the ticket but is going to campaign for the Atiku, Rotimi, Amici ticket, and all the other candidates of the ADC?
Nasiru will come out, he will campaign. Nasiru will be the nemesis of APC and Tinubu. They will lose the election, one way or the other. They plan and plan and plan. What they don't know, Allah is the best of planners. That's what they do. They are planning. Tinubu, APC, they are planning and planning and planning, thinking that this election is theirs to take. They don't know. Power belongs to Allah. He gives it to whom he so wish at the time he so wish. The people of this country are tired of this government. People are tired of this government. And people will come out and vote and then defend their votes. There is no way Tinubu will maneuver his way into being elected again in this country. We are tired of him, and we will wish him luck to go back to his Lagos and stay.
All right. And on that note, Malam Brother Muhammad, a pleasure. Thank you so much for
joining the conversation
this evening.